See you later, Shy. What's up? It's Dash. I'm here with two artists in Chicago you need to know if you don't already. You've probably heard them before, just under different names, different band names. Kids These Days was a big one a couple of years ago in Chicago. You might have seen them at Lollapalooza and Conan O'Brien at the Congress Theater winning a competition. I think that's kind of where it really started to pick up. And then, of course, Donnie Trumpet and the Social Experiment brought it to another level. I think every kid in Chicago had that album downloaded through iTunes. Thank you for making it free. But yeah, I'm here with Lane Beckstrom, great bass player, and Nico Segal, trumpet player, in their new group, somewhat new group, the JuJuExchange. Could you guys just describe the group as a whole? I know it's genre bending, so I'd love to hear your take on where it actually fits in to the musical world right now.
Yeah, the JuJuExchange is a quartet with Julian Reed on piano and Everett Reed on drums, and we kind of draw influence from everything from Miles Davis and John Coltrane to Stevie Wonder and the Beatles. And we make music for and about Chicago a lot and talk about Chicago a lot at our shows, and just have a great love for our city. And I guess that's what I would say about our band.
Do you think that being a product of the CPS system, being a product of the city of Chicago itself, that cultural lifestyle, the environment that you were raised in, helps just environmentally create who you are as artists? Are Chicago artists different than artists in other states, other places in the world?
I know I wouldn't be the same musician I am if it wasn't for all the CPS programs I got to do. Me and Nico met at Merit School of Music, and we also did Ravinia Jazz Scholars together, which is a CPS connected thing. So yeah, all these things bring kids together and make Gallery 37. Definitely.
I guess I would only add also that Chicago is so influenced by so many different things, all different types of music, and there's such a huge, vibrant live music scene. You can go see an incredible jazz show, down the street from an incredible rock show, down the street from an incredible hip hop show, down the street from a salsa show, etc. So I just think Chicago has this beautiful blend of sounds and characters and personalities that have really allowed us to prosper in various musical outlets. So not just being so confined to like one jazz quartet sound, using our jazz quartet format or setup to kind of seek further musical exploration.
Absolutely. And I remember thinking this when Kids These Days was first getting big. I would tell people, like, this band's going to save jazz. Obviously it's genre bending. It's not necessarily jazz in itself, but it's that hybridness that will help, get kids to listen. If you need Vic Mensa on a track so that kids who already like hip hop start listening to a brass section, and that's what it takes, then I love it. You're not going to find many 20-year-old and younger kids listening to Debussy or some other classical form. Do you guys find a little bit of sadness in that classical music, obviously jazz music, seems to be lost upon like the younger and younger generations? Do you think that you're helping try to find a cure to that disease that is the loss of that music?
I think instrumental music has always and always will find its way. We talk a lot about the things, instrumental music can say without having to be super explicit with the words, and have a message of peace and have a message of, what's the word? Inclusivity? Inclusion?
Good enough.
Anyways, instead of looking at it so with so many barriers and borders, like, jazz musicians have this like language that only we speak. We're looking at it like we want to bring this language that we've learned and kind of make it, universal. And I think a lot of people are doing that, actually. We're not the only ones. People like Kamasi Washington, people like Terrace Martin, have been doing this for years. And I think it's not just like we're not sitting there like, oh, we're going to save jazz, you know. We're just making music that speaks to us. And it happens to be instrumental music right now at this moment. And I think, you know, that isn't to say that, you know, what you're saying isn't true either. Like, we are thinking about the people that aren't listening to jazz. We are thinking about how they're feeling excluded. And we don't want them to feel that way. We want them to feel like they're a part of our music, they're a part of our story. But also, we're not like jazz is in need of saving today. That's not our role either. I think we're just like making music that speaks to us and trying to include everybody.
Absolutely. You guys ready for some fun ones instead? We got quick fire questions for you. Ready? You're gonna have to on the spot. Ready? All right. Jimi Hendrix or Miles Davis?
Miles Davis.
Miles.
Really? All right. J. Cole or Kanye?
Kanye.
Damn, Kanye, I guess.
Vic Mensa or Chance the Rapper? You can plead the fifth on that one.
Definitely,
Well, you have
definitely no answer.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
All right. Guitar or sax?
Guitar.
I had to make sure I picked an instrument that you guys didn't play.
Yeah, that's smart.
Guitar for you?
Guitar.
Guitar?
I guess I would say guitar.
Okay.
That's a tough one.
And last one, ice cream or pizza?
Oh, ice cream instantly.
Pizza.
Oh,
You can't eat ice cream in the winter, bro.
I eat ice
you
cream
can,
all
yeah.
the time.
Nah,
I
already
have
know.
multiple ice creams at my house right now.
Okay. All right.
Ben Jerry's all day.
I'm Dash, City Lights Shy, Nico Segal, Lane Beckstrom. Guys, you should know the JuJuExchange. Music up now on most streaming platforms. You got to check them out. Thanks for doing the interview,
Thank
guys.
you, man.